Episode 2 of the Punt Cast here on KohlsNews.com. I am your host and Kohls News correspondent, Dan Tracy. Excited to be back again to discuss what's going on in the world of kicking, punting, and snapping here on the Punt Cast. If you missed our first episode, be sure to check it out. Had a good chat with Jamie Cole, director of Kohls Kicking. You can see that either on KohlsNews.com or by subscribing to the Kohls Kicking YouTube channel, which, by the way, coming close to 2 million views. Great work by Brett Culbertson on the channel, and also for helping this Punt Cast get up and running. On today's episode, I'll be talking with two high school specialists. They're two of the best in the country at flipping the field and splitting the uprights, and actually they have quite a bit in common. Both are from the state of Tennessee. Both hold number 1 rankings in the class of 2014 as ranked by Kohls Kicking. Both are headed to the Under Armour All-American Game in January, and both were just yesterday announced as Mr. Football finalists in the Volunteer State. Our second episode features interviews with Gary Wunderlich and Aaron Medley. My first guest, he's ranked as the number 1 punter in the class of 2014 by Kohls Kicking. He currently plays for the Memphis University School Owls in Memphis, Tennessee. He's verbally committed to play next season at Ole Miss, and he's one of 6 specialists selected by Kohls to play in the Under Armour All-American Game on ESPN January 2nd. He's Gary Wunderlich. Gary, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm hanging in there. Let's start with your week, Gary. The American Family Insurance Selection Tour stopped in Memphis on Tuesday, and you were presented with your jersey for the Under Armour All-American Game. Now, you've known for a few months, since the national camp, that you were selected for the game. But what was Tuesday like, being able to have the jersey and you had your own press conference? What was that like?
Yeah, Tuesday was very special to have all my friends and family there, coaches, teammates. It meant a lot to me that they were there because this has been one of my dreams, playing the game for a long time. So it's just an awesome experience.
Now this is going to be your second trip, actually, to Tropicana Field, because last year you were at the Underclassmen Challenge, and you guys got to go on the field a few hours before the Under Armour game. What was that like, and do you almost feel a little bit more comfortable going into it now that you're familiar with the surroundings?
Yeah, it's I definitely feel like more comfortable being at the event last year. But still a little bit nervous because it's on ESPN in front of millions of people.
Right. What did you think about the stadium? I mean, it's usually where the Rays play, and that they'll transform it into a football stadium. What did you think about it as coming from a kicking perspective?
It was different being in the baseball stadium, but they did a pretty good job with the turf and everything. It was fun.
Okay. Now we're 48 days away. You already had your press conference. You got your jersey. We're 48 days away, and I'm sure you've had a chance to maybe talk with some people with Under Armour that are planning out the week for you guys. And what's the one thing about the whole experience that you're really looking forward to the most?
Just being down in Florida for a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Being able to do a bunch of fun things, like go to Disney, and be able to practice football. I mean, that sounds awesome to me.
Yeah, definitely. Now I'm talking to Aaron Medley a little bit later on the Punt Cast, and I think it's really interesting that the top kicker and the top punter in the country, they're both not only coming out of the state of Tennessee, but you guys are just an hour apart. What's it been like, now, heading into the Under Armour game? Both of you have been competing for years together. Now you guys are going to play in the same game on national TV.
It's awesome. I've grown up, kicking with Aaron. We're really good friends. We've both been working hard. It's fun. We both got scholarships to the school of our dreams. And now we get to play in the Under Armour All-American Game. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now you mentioned the school of your dreams. We had one signing day yesterday. The football signing day is coming up here just under 3 months. How is this? Obviously you're still focused on your high school season, but being able to follow Ole Miss this season, knowing that you're going to be a Rebel yourself next year.
Yeah, I really like what Freeze is doing down in Oxford. I think with the recruiting class they had last year, and then our class is pretty good right now too. I think that we can do special things.
Cool, yeah. But now, before you head to Oxford, you're in a unique scenario. We talked a little bit before about how lucky you are to still be playing football. In the middle of November. You guys, your university squad, you guys have won 7 straight. but you face a team tomorrow night in McCallie. They're just 4-7, but it seems like to me they've played a pretty tough schedule. Before I let you go, can you give me a quick preview of tomorrow night's matchup?
Yeah, McCallie's a good team. Their record is not that great, but they played a lot of good teams, and they're playing well right now, and it's the playoffs, so anything can happen. So we just got to come out ready to play, and hopefully things go our way.
Awesome. Well, hey, Gary, best of luck to you tomorrow night, and best of luck to you as you get ready for the Under Armour game.
All right, thank you.
The Kohls Kicking Showcase season is coming up quickly in the month of December, but there is still time to register for all high school specialists, including those in the class of 2014. The Eastern Showcase Camp in Pittsburgh kicks things off on December 7th, followed by camps in Atlanta, Los Angeles, Dallas, and the Wisconsin Dells, which all leads up to the invite-only National Underclassmen Challenge in Tampa, Florida on January 2nd and 3rd. Again, all current high school specialists, including those seniors who are still looking for an opportunity to kick at the next level, are all eligible to register for any of our 5 regional showcases in the month of December. Check out www.kohlskicking.com for more information. My second guest is ranked as the #1 kicker in the class of 2014 by Kohls Kicking. He just last week finished his high school career at Marshall County High School in Lewisburg, Tennessee. He'll continue his playing career next season at the University of Tennessee and will join Gary Wunderlich in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Under Armour All-American Game January 2nd on ESPN. He's Aaron Medley. Aaron, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Just talked to Gary, and I figured let's add another Tennessee kicker, this one who's staying in state for school, to the Punt Cast this week. I want to go back to Wednesday when the American Family Insurance Selection Tour stopped in at Marshall County High. You were presented with your Under Armour game jersey. Now, you've known for a few months since the national camp that you were selected for the game, but give me a picture of what Wednesday was like. You had your own press conference. You had a chance to speak with your family and your coaches right there. Take me through Wednesday.
It was a great experience. We had the whole school come down to the gymnasium, and everybody just seeing somebody getting a national noticed, and it's just an awesome opportunity to show what hard work does for you.
Exactly. Now, coming up here, when you go to St. Petersburg in January, it's going to be your second trip to Tropicana Field because you were at the Underclassmen Challenge and you guys got to take the field a few hours before the game. What was that like, and does it almost make you feel more comfortable going into the situation that you're familiar with St. Petersburg, you're familiar with the Trop?
Oh, yes, definitely. Being at the game right after, that was something that I thought, it'd be really cool to, try to work towards something like this. Because I talked with Sean Covington and Ryan Santoso, and, they said, it was just a really good experience to be able to kick in a dome like that in college atmosphere. And I think that's the next step in preparing me for when I enroll in June and getting ready for college.
Exactly. Now, we're 48 days away from playing in the game. It's going to go by fast. You've probably had the chance to maybe see an itinerary or talk to some people with Under Armour about what you guys are going to do. I know Gary mentioned you guys are able to go to Disney and do some other fun things. What are you looking forward to most, though, about the experience?
I'm looking forward to playing with probably some of the best players in America. Like me and Gary playing with Adam Sinners and Jake Hartberger. It's just a good experience to have with these guys. It's like a last go around before we head off to college.
Yeah, exactly. You get that one more chance, and Gary has a chance tonight to play, or on Friday night to continue his high school career a little bit. Your team came up a little bit short, heading into the playoffs, but I wanted to talk about Gary and you. I think it's crazy. The top kicker and punter in the country, according to Kohls, both coming out of the state of Tennessee. You guys both just live an hour apart from each other. What's it been like getting to share a lot of the same experiences with another top prospect from almost right down the road?
It's been tremendous. We train a lot together, and I think there's that inner competitiveness between us. So it should be fun to see what team he gets to be on. If we're on the same team, that's great. But if we're not, that's just another competitive thing we have against each other, and I think it'll be fun.
Right. Gary talked about the fact that both of you get to go to your dream schools. I'm sure you were anxious seeing all the basketball recruits sign their letters of intent yesterday. I'm sure you're anxious for the February football signing day. How's it been for you being able to follow Tennessee football under first-year coach Butch Jones?
Oh, man, you talk about camaraderie with, people that you've probably never met before, but you know that you're going to be spending hours with these guys for the next 4 years, and, it's just a feeling of being part of something bigger, and, for me, I'm just living my dream, and, sometimes I just can't believe it.
Exactly, and I mean, obviously the Under Armour game's a huge feather in your cap, and Aaron, I just want to thank you for your time, for joining the Punt Cast. Best of luck over the next 2.5 months as you get ready for that trip to St. Petersburg.
All right, well, thanks for having me on, Dan.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 2 of the Punt Cast. I'm Dan Tracy for KohlsNews.com.